out there, and get ready for some NBA basketball on 2K Sports. And along with Grant Hill and Doris Burke, I'm Brian Anderson, joined by Allie LaForce, our reporter. And let's take a look now at some numbers for Keyonte George.
And over the last 5 games, his field goal percentage has increased. And you can make a case his confidence as well because of this.
Let's check out Minnesota's starting lineup. They've got Ja Morant. Rudy Gobert is out there with Naz Reid. Then there's McDaniels. And it's Edwards in at the shooting guard position. And for Utah, Jaren Jackson out there with Filipowski. Then it's Bailey. Then there's George. And it's Markkanen in at the 3, the small forward. You look at this on paper, and it feels like one-way traffic, Doris. Could this be a trap game?
It sort of has that feeling, PA. A big... underdog going against the big-time favorite. But here's why we play the game. Any given night in this league, anything can happen.
Yeah, every coach wants assisted buckets. Guys like George, they move the ball.
Here's Morant. Outside McDaniels. High post Reid. Shot clock at 6. Shoots over Jackson. Utah grabs the miss. This game coming after the loss versus the Kings.
Hey, they had their chances, but they struggled from the line. It's so hard to win that way on someone else's floor.
You've got to stand in and deliver from the free throw line, even in a tough environment, and they failed to do so.
George against Edwards. Reid, a screen on George. Edwards, the pass to Reid. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Reid. All right, let's get a report from Allie.
I had a chance to catch up with Will Hardy. He was complimentary of his opponent, Anthony Edwards. Coach told me Ant is a special player in terms of his athleticism, skill, and his mindset. He approaches each matchup with an aggressiveness that we need to try and match. Back to you.
Great work, Allie. Thanks. Here's Bailey, guarded by Edwards. The 3, George. Reid with the rebound. And in the first, a little over a minute and a half in.
The reputation for Jaden McDaniels is he's a lockdown defender, and that's cross-positionally. Now he needs to continue to develop offensively.
It's his first trip to the line. Free throw good, McDaniels. And both free throws good for McDaniels.
Boy, when you watch this guy shoot free throws, you can see very repeatable motion, and that is what leads to this kind of consistency.
Now here's Filipowski. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. Nails it from 3.
And there's a nice rhythm to his three-point shot. You know, George has a confident stroke.
Outside Edwards. Back to Morant. Outside McDaniels. Reid, the screen on Markkanen. The kick out to Edwards. First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. And the dunk by Jackson.
I mean, big-time finish from Jackson. He is a force out there.
Minnesota trails by 5. And Grant, when it comes to pure shot-making ability, scouts love Ace Bailey's natural tools.
Yeah, when he's taking good shots, he can carry the offense. He needs to get a little stronger and clean up a few things, but his upside as a scorer is tremendous. Just great offense. The screen freeing him up for the slam.
Hey, without that screen, he doesn't get a clean look at the rim.
Boy, that's a play you just practice time and time again, and that's the result of the work put in. Exactly the kind of start you're looking for. They are 4 for 5 out of the gates.
Edwards looking it over. Perfect night so far, 2 for 2.
Now you want to get him going as soon as possible. Great way for him to start this game.
He's a guy who, if he gets hot, he can carry your offense for long stretches.
Now here's Jackson. A guy this team turns to often, averaging almost 24 a game. Now here's McDaniels. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Yeah, Jaden McDaniels with a very good sense for when he should look to score it, especially in the painted area.
Markkanen outside. George passes to Bailey. Offline with a three. The Timberwolves have gone 3 of 4. Off to a nice start. And he lobs it up to the rim. Kicks it to George. Lets the three fly. That basket is good. Off the assist from Jackson.
What a versatile scorer Keontae George is. How about the range?
Outside McDaniels. Picked by Gobert. To the middle. Oh, and Gobert powers it home.
Doesn't have to break his momentum at all to catch the pass.
And so George will bring it up for Utah. 3-point lead, and this is the first season matchup for them against Minnesota. Count it. The Timberwolves have gone 4 of 5 so far, looking sharp. Picked by Gobert. Here's Edwards. Utah grabs the miss.
It's one thing to prevent the layup. It's another to do it without fouling. Just terrific defense.
Here's Bailey, guarded by Edwards. After missing his first attempt, now 1 for 2.
An outstanding first quarter from the field.
Minnesota trails by 7. Now Morant. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. Reed finds Edwards. On target from range.
You don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
For Utah, they've gotten 7 of their 10 shots to fall. Here's George. Oh, and makes it with the kiss. George has got 10.
This guy has absolutely owned this quarter. This is how you lead by example.
Reed sets a screen. Here's Edwards. And that one is hammered home.
Just rising up to the rim.
Man, when he gets up there, he gets up there. You know what I'm saying? Well, that's a fantastic view there from the AT&T Connected Cam. Now here's George. 10 points for him. Here's Markkanen, and he converts the layup. He's got 5.
Boy, Markkanen uses his size to great effect down low.
And here's Morant. He's been a big scorer for this offense, averaging around 20 points a game. Morant with a screen on Jackson. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. The first third of an NBA season, Grant, it sort of sets the foundation for the year's power structure.
Oh, that's so true, B.A. We start to see which teams are elite, who's running the show, and we find out who needs to think about making some changes.
All right, the Jazz making a change here. Williams is checked in. Now here's Jackson. Last game out, 36 points for him.
Boy, he couldn't have asked for a better look. That's tough to take.
Picked by Gobert. Down low. Right side Reed. Outside McDaniels. Lets it go from deep. Up again. The rebound by Jackson. Jazz leading by 4. Markkanen for 3. Edwards pulls it in.
Yeah, and the defense really respects his shooting ability, and they showed it with that tight coverage.
Here's Gobert. And Gobert with the stuff.
This guy always amongst the league leaders in dunks. Gobert is a force around the cup.
Utah has gone 3 of 7 from beyond the arc in the first. Williams passes to Bailey. Over Edwards. Hits the front of the rim and out.
Hey, sometimes the best looks don't equate to points.
Morant with it. No points yet. Outside McDaniels. Good. And the setup by Morant. And that'll tie this game up.
Among the best passers in the league, Morant finds open teammates.
And for Utah, they're shooting a phenomenal 60% on the first. Pass to Markkanen. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Naz Reid. That's his first foul. Collier, he's checked in for Utah.
Checking in for Utah, number 8, Isaiah Collier.
Here's Bailey. McDaniels covering. Kicks it out to Jackson. It's rebounded by Minnesota.
It hasn't been his best quarter. I mean, he's trying to shoot himself out of a slump.
McDaniels passes to Gobert. Gobert with a screen on George. Outside Edwards. 4 on the clock. And he misses the go-ahead basket.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
He gets it in there. Bailey's got his second bucket on the night.
That's been the story of their offense so far, getting a number of looks from point-blank range.
Morant looking for an opening. Another one falls for Minnesota.
And Morant can really fill it up, especially from these in-between areas.
Pass to Bailey. Jackson against Reed. Now here's Jackson, tightly guarded. And the dunk by Jackson.
The BA, when he gets the rim in his sights, it's tough to stop.
So aggressive and a determined finisher. Nice. Now here's Morant. We saw him with 11 points in his last game. Outside Reed. From deep. He drops it from range. Reed's got 5.
Yeah, Naz Reid, aware that ball hits my hands, I've got to be ready to rise and fire.
Outside, Williams. And that's good. His first bucket of the game.
And this night already has the makings of an offensive war.
Well, the fans love it. Coaches may not like the lack of defense, but boy, the rules promote scoring, no doubt.
Now here's Edwards. He's got 9. Fader on the way. That's short off the rim. Utah leading. We are now into November, so let's check in on the standings in the Western Conference. Taking a look at the Timberwolves in second now, but wanting to claim that top seed. And, of course, the Jazz, 5 games back.
Seeing where the Timberwolves are, I think we all knew they were going to be a dangerous team, but to their credit, they have lived up to those expectations. They're just not a team you want to face right now.
Yeah, and there really hasn't been any feeling out process for them at the start of the season. They were in peak form immediately.
So far, rebounding has been a focal point for them.
To the inside. A slam dunk by Reed.
Yeah, Naz Reid's ability to run the floor, get out in transition.
Here's Wade. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist. And the Jazz lead by 1.
Very little resistance around the rim right now. That's the 5th straight bucket they've given up in the paint.
Edwards finds McDaniels. Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. Outside Reed. Outside Edwards. Good. He's got 11. Already 5 lead changes here.
Speaks to how evenly matched these teams have been thus far.
It could go. Oh, he got it up in time, but it wouldn't fall for him. And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. It's Minnesota. They're up by 1. Good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after this first quarter of play. And a look now at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Timberwolves.
They've been in rhythm from the in-between area, just keeping things simple and taking what the D gives them.
Yeah, and what an excellent display of passing in the early stages of this game. A good deal of their points coming directly off quality passes.
We've got Lauri Markkanen. He's out there with Williams. And it's Sensabaugh in at the small forward. That's the group for Utah, getting going in the second. And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Well, the Utah Jazz are going young, but this is a franchise that has a winning history, and that culture is still around. Coach Will Hardy said, the messaging doesn't change. The players have bought into the little things that takes to win. This is a cohesive group that's committed to helping each other. Brian?
Building the right way. Thanks a lot, Allie. Oh, it's blocked by Williams. And it's out of bounds to Minnesota. Shot clock at 5. Here's Shannon. We saw him with 11 points in his last game.
Well, tremendous job by marketing defensively. Use your size to make it tough on that offensive player.
You got to give Isaiah Collier credit. He's a young player who knows his role, Doris.
One of those guys who's easy to play with because his primary job description is facilitator. Give this young man credit for finding open teammates. That certainly endears you to the veterans.
Dosunmu outside. Minnesota again missing. Utah has gone 4 of 9 so far from the perimeter. Pass to Markkanen. The 3-ball. McDaniels with the rebound.
Man, that's his shot. Maybe he was too wide open.
Williams on the wing. Here's Berenshay. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. It goes on Jalen Williams.
Man, he made sure to get his money's worth on that foul.
Well, Doris, offensive rebounding was down for a few years, but it's making a comeback.
What teams realize, Brian, is that you can absolutely corner crash, create extra opportunities for yourself without putting your defense at a deficit.
Pass to Peterson from downtown. It's rebounded by Minnesota.
Hey, sometimes you miss even under the best of circumstances.
And that was good. And guys, what do you think about the hustle stats for the Jazz?
Well, the effort they've shown on defense has been infectious. Everyone on this team continuing to jump at opportunities to come away with steals.
And the other thing that's working for them tonight, getting out into the open floor, a lot of the damage coming in transition.
And a look now at Minnesota's upcoming schedule. On Wednesday, they'll take on Giannis Antetokounmpo and the Milwaukee Bucks. And then on Saturday, they'll face off against Trae Young and the Washington Wizards.
In that game against the Lakers, anything can happen in the NBA, but they'll be a heavy favorite, and it would take a total meltdown for them to lose.
To the wing on the left. Here's Shannon. Knocks down the long J. Shannon's gotten himself going with a triple, his first basket of the game. And so Will Hardy calls the timeout. He'll take the opportunity to regroup.
And something fans don't always get to see, some of the closely guarded secrets that happen in that huddle.
It's tough to hide your communications. Teams go to great lengths to try to do it, but sometimes to no avail.
Pass to Collier. And there's the foul. It's on Ayo Dosunmu. That's his first foul of the game. George, he's checked in for Peterson. Here's Collier. He's covered by Dosunmu. Now Markkanen fires from deep. McDaniels with the rebound. Dosunmu up top. Williams defending. Williams, a screen on Williams. Dosunmu, pass to Williams. And Williams punches it home.
Once he gets to the rim, it's fairly automatic.
Nothing fancy right there. Just takes his 2 points, moves on. Here's Collier. He's covered by Dosunmu. Driving in. Will it go? And the layup is good. Collier's got his first points of the game.
This team looks to him to score the ball. They feel good when he's taking the shots.
It's McDaniels on the wing. He's got 6. From the arc. And again, it's Minnesota with a 3.
They're shooting nearly 50% from beyond the arc, and their confidence is growing.
George scanning the floor. Clock at 6. Releases. And it's Utah scoring again.
This is why you select Keyonte George. This guy is very capable of huge offensive nights.
Pass to Berenger. Outside McDaniels. They set the screen to the paint. Here's Berenger. Doesn't go that time. Some solid defense from Williams. Jazz trail by 3. Here's Collier. Oh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now.
I like that. I mean, some physical play inside. He's not about to give up any easy baskets.
Utah shooting their first foul shots of the night. Filipowski, he's checked in for Utah. Jackson comes in for Sensabaugh. Clark is checked in for Minnesota. The Timberwolves have gotten 4 of their first 9 shots to go here in the second. Dosunmu outside. Clark outside. Pass to Williams. 6 to shoot. Inside. Here's Berenger. Oh, and Jackson with the block.
Oh, that's a great block. Jackson protecting the house.
Utah making a switch here. Bailey's checked in. Utah's gone 1 of 4 from three-point land here in the second. Here's George. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead. Minnesota's gone 2 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the second. Williams a screen on Markkanen to the paint. And Williams punches it home.
Man, you lay that pass out there just like a great quarterback. Let your teammate run to it.
Jazz trail by 3. Here's Bailey. His last outing, he had 18 points. Utah shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night.
Team foul.
No good on that one. Reed's checked in for Minnesota. He hits the second from the line.
And give them credit for making a more concerted effort to get to the line this quarter.
The Timberwolves have gotten 5 of their first 11 shots to fall here in the second quarter. Fires the 3, and Shannon gets it to go. Shannon's got 6 points in the quarter.
And the defense is really allowing them too much room on the perimeter.
Jackson outside. Some room here for George. Yes, and a nice assist from Jackson. Jackson's got 3 assists now in this one. Here's Shannon. It's guarded by Markkanen. Pass to Reed. Launches a 3. The rebound by Jackson. Jazz trail by 3. And here's Markkanen. Jackson outside. Now here's George. The 3 is up. Doesn't go in. 3rd miss out of 9 shots. Now here's Dosunmu. Coming off a 12-point game. Outside Reed. Fires the 3. Drains it. Now he's 3 for 5.
Backing up that last 3 with another 3. The defense has to stop giving them so many clean looks.
Utah shooting 56% today. Pass to Bailey. And it's Jackson on the take. It goes. He's made 3 shots in 6 attempts.
Yeah, that's how Jackson's most effective, playing aggressive around the basket.
Now here's Dosunmu. George defending. Reed a screen on George. Here's Dosunmu. An easy 2 on the layup. Dosunmu's got his 2nd basket of the game.
Want to score in the NBA? Picks can really force the D to make tough choices.
And so Will Hardy calls a timeout. Coach taking this moment to speak to his guys. Maybe alter some of the game plan. Collier, he's checked in for Utah. Rudy Gobert's checked in for Minnesota. Let's take a look at the best defenses in the league over the last 10 games. The Timberwolves, number 1.
Well, I just love the tenacity on the defensive end. They have been in lockdown mode.
Jazz trail by 6. Here's Filipowski. Good D by Gobert. Outside Reed. Dosunmu outside. Shot clock at 3. Misses the 3.
Boy, normally he makes that. Defense gets lucky there.
George for 3. It's rebounded by Minnesota.
Boy, after dropping 2 triples in the first quarter, he hasn't hit another yet.
And he drives in. Shannon's shot is off. For Utah, they've gotten 6 shots to fall out of 13 attempts here in the second.
Oh, my goodness. Jaren Jackson Jr., get that one trending, please.
And Chris Finch wants a timeout. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy. Minnesota with some changes. Edwards comes in for Shannon, and it's Morant in for Dosunmu. Minnesota leading by 4.
Edwards. Ja Morant.
Outside Edwards. Gets it. He's 6 for 10 and looking confident out there.
And his fantastic performance from the last game has carried over to tonight.
No, I think that's the one thing every player is searching for. Consistency. They're giving this guy a chance to carry the offense once again.
And a bit of a battle for the ball. And the officials signal a jump ball here. A terrific view of that move captured on the connected cam, thanks to AT&T. Now Morant. Pass to Reed. Oh, they get a hand on it. Jackson attacking. And the dunk by Jackson.
And the big man coming through. Once Jackson Jr. gets some speed behind him, get out of the way.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
There's a minute 59 left in the first half. Now Reed. For 3. Drains the triple. Reed's got 6 points in the quarter.
You know, building up confidence as the game goes on. Hit one from behind the arc in the opening period. 2 here in the second.
And here's Filipowski. Pass to Collier. And he's going for the lob. Alley-oop up top. Hammer it home.
I would imagine it's nearly impossible to not get fired up after that play.
Grant, check these guys out on the bench. Their reaction says it all. They are fired up. Here's Morant. Morant with the slam!
Yeah, teams try to get physical with Morant, but he shows exceptional body control off the contact.
Just an electrifying style on the court for Ja Morant. And Grant, he's not shy when it comes to confrontation.
Oh, yeah. No, he's not ducking any smoke. But part of his maturation is choosing his battles, including trying to preserve his body from those fearless forays to the rim.
Here's Bailey. There's the drive. And there's the slam. Dunk to finish it off.
It's just a great screen.
And they got a high-powered finish out of it.
And my question is, where was the help? Someone rotate over and challenge.
Outside Reed. This one for 3. And that one falls. His 5th basket in 7 tries.
And for so many teams in the NBA, establishing the three-point shot is goal number 1 on offense. He's definitely doing his part tonight.
No doubt it's a growing trend, Greg, and he is highly accurate tonight.
And off the jump, they were effective from deep. I don't know why they haven't continued to fire from out there.
6 seconds separating the shot and game clock. Outside Morant. Pass to Reed. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Minnesota needs to get off a shot. The steal. Shot's good by Collier. And now just a 5-point Minnesota lead.
Good ball pressure and fast plays like that will tighten this up quick.
Oh, it's blocked by Jackson. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Jackson. Naz Reid has been on display for Minnesota, hitting 3 trays in the quarter, providing some sharp shooting. Back after this.
Court shot. Please direct your
Welcome, everybody. The story tonight has been a solid showing through the first half. For a minute.
If you can make threes with consistency, the floor opens up. They've been pulling apart that defense.
And now let's take a moment to see how the West stacks up here in this early part of the season. And that'll do it for us.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, this second half could turn out to be a great one, as both teams trying to gain an edge. You look at Naz Reid. What a contribution here.
He's hit shot after shot from deep. He's so locked in right now.
Well, he's in a great rhythm, looking comfortable and confident.
On the court for Minnesota, Ja Morant is out there with Edwards. Then there's McDaniels. Then there's Naz Reid. And it's Gobert in at the center position.
Oh, that's a nice pass by Naz Reid. This guy has such a well-rounded game.
George passes to Jackson. Now Markkanen. Pass to Bailey. Clock at 4. Utah needs to get off a shot here. Jackson for 3. Gets rebounded by Minnesota. Gobert's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Thank you, guys. Lauri Markkanen is a 7-footer with touch, but he can also attack off the dribble. Referencing comparisons to Dirk Nowitzki, he said, quote, when someone hits a fadeaway jumper, they say, that's the Dirk. Maybe someday I'll get the drag step to be called the Lauri. Back over to you, Brian.
That's a sweet move, too. All right, Allie, thanks for the report. To the middle. Here's Filipowski. Oh, a great 1-2 punch. Beautiful pass and a nasty jam.
Boy, how about the timing, the delivery? That is exactly how you set a teammate up.
And Chris Finch wants a timeout. He's going to take a moment to give him a breather and talk things over. Gobert. And Minnesota with possession here. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Following this game, they hit the road to challenge the Bucks at Fiserv Forum in Milwaukee. That'll wrap up this short 2-game road trip. Pass to McDaniels from the top of the key. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. McDaniels got 11 points.
You have to anticipate those quick release opportunities. Jaden McDaniels ready on the catch.
Morant with it. 5 points in the game. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
What determination from Morant in the paint. Getting his shot off despite being fouled.
2 shots.
No good on the second free throw. Jazz trail by 9. And out of bounds. Minnesota will have it.
Timberwolves ball.
Outside McDaniels. Will not go. Misses off the front iron. Bailey to pass to Jackson. And the dunk by Jackson.
Oh, that's a pretty bounce pass. Nice.
And so it's Morant who brings up the ball for the T-Wolves. 7-point differential. Williams with the screen. Morant with the slam!
Oh, putting on a show for the fans. Morant's skills making it look like a circus in here.
Thanks to AT&T for that fantastic look from their connected cam. Third quarter here, and 3 minutes have come off the clock. Markkanen finds George. 5 on the clock. It's rebounded by Minnesota.
Boy, taking what's there. Very good shot selection, just not the result you hope for.
Pass to Reed. Here's Edwards. Williams with the screen. And Edwards good for 3. And now a 12-point Minnesota lead.
Defensively, you can't afford to get stuck on the pick.
You know exactly what that takes. It takes energy, it takes activity, it takes intensity.
Here's Jackson. Good! Now 7 for 11 on the night.
That's 10 straight points they've given up in the painted area.
Here's Morant. Give him 8 points now. McDaniels from long range. Good, and the setup by Morant. Morant's got 3 assists in the game. Pass to Jackson. There's the triple. It's rebounded by Minnesota. McDaniels got 4 rebounds now. Here's Edwards. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for the Timberwolves.
Well, they have owned the offensive perimeter throughout this game, finding lots of openings and turning them into big shots.
I think another thing that's striking here tonight, the ball movement is incredible. Again and again, they're making smart passes to ready shooters.
Jazz trail by 15. George with it, guarded by Morant. Nice shot by George. George has got 16 points.
They have no answer defensively inside.
It's McDaniels on the wing. It's guarded by Markkanen. And that one's good. And the Timberwolves lead by 15.
Well, you can see the team is just continuing to call his number. Until the defense figures it out, it ain't going to change.
And so Will Hardy calls the timeout. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. And Minnesota making a change here. These are not the teams to challenge at the rim. The best in the NBA in shot blocking. The 4th spot held by Utah.
They're quick to help each other, and they have some tremendous athletes with a nose for the ball.
George passes to Filipowski. Back to George. From outside the arc. Williams grabs the board. Minnesota leading by 15. Williams with the screen. Dosunmu. Oh, and there's a one-hand jam.
And he just punches home the one-hand finish.
Hey, 2 points the easy way. Utah's got nothing to fall from outside in this 3rd quarter. George passes to Markkanen. Here's the floater. It's deflected.
And you have to think that they're leading this game because of how they've controlled the boards tonight.
Pass to Berenger. Back to Dosunmu. Here's Berenger, defended by Jackson. Tries the spin move. Here's Markkanen. Markkanen finishes the break strong at the hoop.
Boy, that's big-time effort from Markkanen in transition. Get ahead of the defense and convert.
Now here's Dosunmu. Not a lot of room. Pass to Morant. Just 5 to shoot. Sinks that one from the post. Morant's got 10 points in the game.
And no one whips off the screen like Morant. Just so difficult to stay with him.
Here's Bailey. He's covered by Dosunmu. Markkanen sticks one from distance.
Boy, that's just inviting trouble. Defensively, you simply can't give him that much space.
Lots of stretch bigs in the league, Doris. Lauri Markkanen is one of the best at spacing the floor.
What we know, BA, is that sweet shooting bigs with the kind of size that Lauri has are an invaluable tool in the modern game. Lauri can balance that shooting with his off-the-bounce game. He is the prototypical desired big in the league today.
Going into halftime, he had 2 threes in his pocket, but hasn't added to that total since.
And there's the screen. And Jaden McDaniels picks up the foul. And that's his first foul of the game.
And just a great job of getting there first and absorbing the contact.
A different look here for Utah. Williams comes in for Filipowski, and it's Collier in for Jaren Jackson Jr.
They really have a commanding lead, not just in points, but in rebounds as well.
McDaniels passes to Williams. McDaniels against Markkanen. Back to Williams. From deep, Morant. Rebounded by the Jazz. Markkanen's got 5 rebounds tonight. Pass to Collier. And here's Markkanen. There's the 3. Williams grabs the board. Williams has got 7 rebounds in the game. Dosunmu outside. The shot's good. Dosunmu's got 4 points in the quarter.
I love this game plan. That's 10 points in a row from in close.
Pass to Markkanen. Here's Bailey. Beyond the arc. Ooh, coming through again. Shooting 5 for 7 now.
Bang, bang. Doesn't get much simpler than that.
Here's Morant. He's got 10. Buries it down low. Morant's got 12.
Because of his ability to elevate and make adjustments in air, Morant has no trouble scoring inside.
And so Will Hardy calls the timeout. I think right now he might be looking at some adjustments. A different look here for Utah. Sohan's checked in for Lauri Markkanen. Sensabaugh comes in for Bailey. And it's Peterson in for George. Shannon's checked in for Minnesota. Pass to Peterson. To the inside. Shot's good by Collier. Give him 8.
Yeah, he needs to take a lot more shots. He's been efficient, trying to get his teammates involved, but it's time for him to step up.
Here's Berger. Now here's Williams. 6 on the shot clock. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. It goes on Jalen Williams. And he drops the first. Williams is checked in for Sohan. So he hits 1 of 2 from the stripe. And he stays with it. A nice shot by Berger.
I think he caught the defense napping. Those plays can be soul-crushing.
Here's Peterson. He's covered by Dosunmu. Pass to Peterson. Utah moving the ball around. Here's Williams. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Williams.
Boy, a turnover like that will have a coach just staring at his shoes, biting his tongue.
Utah making a switch here. Prosper's checked in. Now here's Morant. He's got 12. Pass to Dosunmu. Hey, now 5 for 8. Shooting a pretty good percentage right now.
And just not letting up at all. I mean, you have to love this approach. You want to get the ball to the guys who make plays.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over. So you've got to continue to score, continue to build your lead.
Right side, Morant. 1:04 left in the third. Dosunmu outside. Williams with the screen. Dosunmu goes in. Williams passes to Dosunmu. Here's Shannon. He's got 6. Down low. Here's Berger. And that one is stuffed right through.
Boy, how about that pass? He put it right where it needed to be.
Challenging stretch here for Utah. 32 seconds left in the third. Pass to Williams. Here's Collier, hounded by Moran. Clock at 6. Here's the pick to halt the run. Williams from long range. And they turn it over. Shot clock violation as the buzzer sounds.
Number 55, John Conchar.
15 seconds left in the third quarter here. Outside Morant. The three. Not going to go that time. And so it's Minnesota continuing to pile it on. Up 22 as we head to the break. It hasn't taken them and it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
You talk about painting a magnificent picture with that, Don. Just a great decision and a perfect delivery.
We call that putting it right in the pocket, and he knew what to do with it once it was there.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may already be out of hand. We've got Jalen Williams, Lauri Markkanen out there with Collier, and it's Peterson in at the 2. That's the group for Utah right now.
Boy, another miss, but you have to say to his teammates, great job. They have picked him up all evening long.
And the foul on the shot. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. Doris, over the last few years, the NBA has done an outstanding job with replay, expanding its uses.
Well, you say outstanding job. For some, they would tell you that the replays and the reviews are taking far too long. For me, I have no problem with the time it takes because ultimately these are game-deciding, series-deciding, and often job-deciding outcomes. Let's get it right.
Pass to Berenger. Back to Conley. 6 to shoot. Here's Shannon. Launches it. They grab their own miss. Utah with the rebound. Williams has got 4 rebounds now.
He hasn't helped the cause with his shooting, but his teammates have had his back.
Williams a screen on Conley. Markkanen outside. Give him that one. Now shooting 5 for 11 from the floor.
Come on now, that's easy money.
Minnesota leading by 19. Now Conley. Pass to Berenger. With the drive. And it's out of bounds to Minnesota. And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth now. And Shannon gets it to go. The Jazz have gotten just 1 shot to fall out of 3 attempts in the fourth. Here's Collier. Markkanen from long range. It's rebounded by Minnesota. Berenger's got 4 rebounds in the game. Minnesota's gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the fourth quarter. And here's Conley. Just 5 on the clock. To the left wing. Fires for 3. The rebound by the Jazz. Next up, they'll face the Nuggets in Denver. That'll be the first leg of just a 2-game trip for them. Pass to Peterson. Well, one thing fans always have opinions about is NBA officiating.
Listen, I'm going to let the fans go crazy. What I recognize is officiating is one of the toughest jobs in the world. This game moves so quickly. They are making decisions in real time at sometimes very difficult angles. I am here to support the officials all the way.
Pass to Shannon. Out to the right wing. 3-pointer, and it's going to be a 24-second violation. They turn it over. George, he's checked in for Utah.
Your Jazz, number 3.
Here in the fourth quarter, just under 2.5 gone by. Now here's Williams to the middle. And the officials call goaltending, so they'll award the basket.
Just a gutsy play by George inside, finding the close-range look. I mean, he had the right idea, but his timing was just a little off, and it resulted in a goaltend.
Bailey's checked in for Utah. Williams with the screen. The kick out to Conley. 5 to shoot. Drops in the 3. Conley's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
Now, Mike Conley, we know his pre-shot preparation is excellent. Catch and shoot bucket, yes, sir.
Here's Collier. Here's Bailey. Again, Utah good for 2. Minnesota leading by 20. Conley with the ball. Outside, Williams. And you look at the different kinds of leadership, whether vocal or by example. Which do you prefer, Doris?
Well, I'm a greedy type of person, B.A., so I want both. Obviously, a veteran who's been there and done that is going to hold weight with what he says. But your best players have got to also lead by example. Give me both types, B.A.
For 3, Conley. The rebound by the Jazz. Williams has got rebound number 5 here tonight. For 3, Collier counted from distance. And Chris Finch has called timeout. He wants to make sure they're purposeful with the game plan. He's checked in for Williams, and it's Jackson in for Collier. Outside Edwards. Back to Morant. Reed in the post, covered by Filipowski. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
Personal foul.
And Doris, you think about the top scorers in this league. They're creating those points with greater efficiency than in decades past.
Analytics is increasingly a part of the NBA. Teams are now understanding that 3 is more than 2, and if you don't make enough of them, you have a math problem. And then the other highly valued shots in the game, and maybe the most valued shots, are restricted area 2s. Listen, let's be smart about the game. Whatever the range is, Lauri Markkanen has it. He is such a sweet shooter.
Here's Shannon. Outside McDaniels. Pass to Reed. And here's Edwards. From behind the arc. That one doesn't drop. Jazz trail by 16. George outside. Now Jackson. Markkanen from long range. Yes, and a nice assist from Jackson. Jackson's got 6 assists here tonight. And so it's Morant who brings up the ball for the Timberwolves. Outside McDaniels. Oh, and he brings it down with a 2-handed jam.
What a bonus when Jaden McDaniels is humming a little bit on the offensive end.
Markkanen outside. Bailey, the pass to Jackson. Utah moving the ball around. And again, it's Utah with a 3.
A dozen consecutive points off of 3s. This defense looks rattled.
Minnesota leading by 12. Outside Edwards. Takes the 3. Connects from downtown. Edwards got 13 points here in the second half alone.
After hitting only 1 from downtown the first half, he's exploded with 3 since.
Pass to Bailey. 4-3, and he gets it to go. He's 8 of 11 now.
When you let a team knock down that many 3s, you know you're likely to be on the wrong side of a run.
Now here's Morant. Outside McDaniels, three-pointer, and again it's Minnesota with a three.
Oh, Mr. McDaniels with the response. How competitive is this guy?
Filipowski sets a screen. George passes to Bailey. A deep three. And again, it's Utah with a three.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
Outside McDaniels. Pass to Edwards. Takes a three. Sends it home from three-point land. Edwards has got 29.
This is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Well, that three-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
Now Markkanen for three. Markkanen stretching the floor.
Can't blame the deficit on him. He's been scoring at will this period.
Now Edwards. Stolen by Jackson. Cash money from in close.
Boy, he's been lights out. You want to talk about an efficient offensive game. Wow.
Minnesota leading by 10. Edwards. Here's McDaniels. Outside Edwards. Five on the clock. And that basket is good.
And trust me, when the D's slow to react, he'll be the first guy to make them pay.
And that's typical of this guy. He's always reading the situation, reacting quickly, and capitalizing.
1:46 left to play in the fourth quarter. Here's McDaniels. Let's loose for three. No good. Markkanen left side. Poke loose. Ooh, McDaniels with a steal. Outside Morant. McDaniels outside. Shoots a three. George is there for the rebound.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often. And a comfortable win for them here. Game is out of reach. Good performance for the Timberwolves.
And the huge difference today, the efficiency from beyond the arc.
Yeah, once they started hitting shots, it stretched out the D and opened up the entire offense.
And with this one, they go double digits in the win column.
And against a familiar opponent, it's nice to establish a psychological advantage with a win in the first game.
Here's Jackson. He launches. Oh, no good.
That's exactly how you have to defend him on the perimeter. Can't allow any space.
Oh, it drops in.
And they knew it wasn't going to be easy to win on the road, but they've controlled the pace on this one.
And sometimes when everyone's rooting against you, it seems to bring the unit closer together. It certainly did tonight.
Oh! Minnesota picking up the win. This one wasn't even close. The hometown crowd was waiting for a miracle that never came.
Yeah, and this team was consistent throughout. They met every challenge, and they earned this dub.
And that about wraps it up. For Grant Hill, Allie LaForce, and Doris Burke, and the rest of our 2K team, this is Brian Anderson signing off. And time now for our player of the game.